The Arctic, one of the harshest environments on the planet.
Warm the hands up before they get excruciatingly cold.
Temperatures can sink to minus 50 degrees centigrade. The wind can reach 110 miles an hour, and all that's between you and 2.5 miles of ink-black Arctic Ocean are a few thin inches of ice.
If your pole goes in, you're not going to get out of your harness and you go to the bottom of the sea.
Into this extreme, 4 wounded British soldiers
Right on the ribs.
It's quite hard, actually. We're not making a lot of ground.
2 expedition founders.
It's the end of day. Oh, holy cow.
1 polar guide.
We have to be more careful because the pole can just run over and break your leg.
And 1 prince.
No matter who you are, unless you really hate the cold, this place is amazing.
Together, they'll attempt the first unsupported trek to the North Pole by wounded servicemen. If successful, they'll set a new world record. This is the story of their journey. From the battlefields of Afghanistan to the top of the world. It's 2:50 a.m. The team and expedition patron Prince Harry have just landed on the frozen Arctic Sea at the Russian ice station Barneo. This is their first time anywhere like this.
I'm standing on a floating ocean. It's quite cool.
From here, it's a 90-minute helicopter ride to their start point, 160 miles from the North Pole.
Nearly 3 o'clock. As you can see, it's still light. Therefore, one's body clock is in all sorts of disarray. We got to sun, clear sky, and no wind, and minus 15. It's solid cloud and minus 28 in wind.
For the 4 wounded servicemen, this will be their toughest physical and mental challenge since being injured. This is a journey into the unknown, but also a journey of recovery.
Probably a pretty good reason why nobody with a disability has ever been to the North Pole and supported before. Because it's hard. This will be the single biggest test that I've probably ever had.
It's one of the greatest challenges out there. It's no question in anyone's heads. We are going to get it. Simple as.
No amputee has ever done this, and I want to do something that makes people think, Christ, you know, that's pretty hard work.
With the group we are and the variety of injuries, it's going to be a life-changing experience. I want to prove to everyone that this is what I'm capable of doing.
It'll be a very special moment. I think they'll be all bawling their eyes out, fully grown men crying when they get to the end of it. Because then they deserve to feel that emotional rush that they will get, no doubt.
It's 4:45 in the morning, and the team are at their start point. Captain Guy Disney with the Light Dragoons is a right leg amputee.
It's the most amazing landscape I've ever seen in my life. And I think we're about to feel pretty isolated when the helicopter goes.
From here, it's a long slog across the ice to the pole, pulling everything they need in 100-kilo pulks or sleds. Captain Martin Hewitt's right arm was paralyzed while serving with the parachute regiment.
I fell asleep on the helicopter on the flight and got off completely relaxed and didn't have my orange jacket on. I got off and I was like, oh my word, that's quite cold.
South African Jaco van Gas, also a para, had his left arm blown off in Afghanistan.
Once this chopper leaves, we are officially the most northern people for 2011. Aren't we, Dad?
We are. We are the most northerly people on Earth at the moment.
Early.
Very, very early.
Bit of peace and quiet. It's been a while. It's a nice place. It's quite far to come for some peace and quiet though. Not gonna lie, it's pretty far away. But hey, you know, amongst friends, what could possibly go wrong?
Welsh Guardsman Sergeant Stephen Young had his back broken in an explosion.
Number one, put the tent up. So, let's get cracking.
The plan is to rest a few hours before setting off at midday. Guy and Martin are sharing a tent with expedition founder Simon Dalglish.
Okay, you're in, Guy.
While Jaco and Steve are with expedition founder Ed Parker. Prince Harry's in with the guide, Inga Solheim.
How to make a tent in under 5 minutes.
The tents are pitched together to protect against polar bears, and the team are armed as well.
Yeah.
It's unlikely they'll encounter a polar bear this far north, but it's a precaution all Arctic explorers take. Tents pitched. Next, it's melting snow for water, and that means lighting their stoves.
That would be good. Day one, within the first hour. Eyebrows. Now we're good. Kicking on gas. It's one of those things, if you get wrong in a tent like this, then you sort of spend about a minute standing around with a giant hand warmer, and then a few days without a tent. It's really that simple.
We're just catching up doing a diary. I hate to say, I'm probably the least imaginative person in the world. I don't tell people I love them. I don't write warming words in diaries. I've been described by one ex-girlfriend as emotionally numb. Which isn't a good thing. I don't think it was a compliment. So my diary at the moment is just landed on the ice from Barnier at 0500. It's now 0600. I put incredible wilderness, which is pretty descriptive for me. You know, you take a look outside, it's utterly stunning, it really is. The nickname is, I think, the Devil's Dance Floor, but, you know, it's pretty much as close to God as it gets. It's pretty special out there, it really is.
The team go to sleep.
Bye.
When they wake up, they spend 2 hours rehydrating their rations and making water for the day ahead.
It's actually quite mild today. It's a bit windy.
-7 in here.
Yeah, toasty -7.
It's all running like clockwork.
How was your first night on the Arctic Ocean?
It was good. Do you want me to wipe that? Better. It was good. It was really toasty warm. I wasn't cold once. Both of us were snoring our heads off. And I woke up satisfied that I've had enough sleep.
You seem to get on well with the guys.
Yeah, well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm one of the lads. I probably have 3 different lives. One's my military life, one's my private life, and one's the sort of the public stuff. All entwines with each other, but you know, me as a military man is probably my #1 favourite, because you get to spend time with people like this. You know, it is very special.
Getting kit right is essential in these extremes, particularly for delicate injuries. For Jaco, keeping his stump protected is a priority.
I got in total 4 insulation layers that should keep it warm, so it's nice and toasty.
Martin's paralysed right arm is also vulnerable in the cold.
Just trying to sort the old glove out. I've got a hand warmer in there
try and insulate the hand a little.
You all okay?
Off we go.
They set off at 1:26, heading across the frozen Arctic Sea.
This is rather unique. It's barren, it's impressive, it's unforgiving. It's quite surreal.
The team have 160 miles of icy wilderness ahead of them. They'll need to average 10 miles a day to arrive at the geographic North Pole, the top of the world, in 16 days' time.
So, you're looking at me, I'm looking at you. I'm thinking to myself, what are you thinking while you watch this? Well, I'm about 20 yards behind Stephen, all in a single line, all for one good cause. I tell you what, these guys, amazing, absolutely astonishing.
Despite its raw beauty, this is a dangerous place. The weather can turn in seconds, the ice can split apart, and the extreme cold takes a severe toll. Within 30 minutes, it's claiming its first victim.
Yeah, this, your chin here has already been frostbitten.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's white. The hood should cover you so it protects your face. And you guys have to watch out for each other.
When skin freezes, the first stage of damage is frost nip. Next, it's frostbite, which can lead to amputation.
Wind chill just caused a little bit of frost nip on my cheek here. So I'm just trying to stay out of the wind, try to keep that covered.
Getting a cold injury is serious. Jaco could be evacuated off the ice if it gets worse. With his face protected, the team take a pit stop.
First things first, warm kit, essential.
But for one-armed Jaco, it's all a struggle.
You need a hand.
Yeah.
Where's your food?
It's in there.
In the harsh climate, the team will burn up to 8,000 calories each per day. Keeping the body fueled is essential.
I've got some jelly beans in there, which will taste like little pebbles, because they're so frozen, and they pretty much take your teeth out. Ah.
Once in their polar rhythm, they'll ski for 2 hours and break for 10 minutes all day long. But on day one, the routine is far from set.
The progress is really slow. It's difficult to move around. The weight of the pulks, the terrain we're moving, it's quite difficult.
Where the ice breaks up, it forms mini mountain ranges called pressure ridges.
Sometimes it's 1 meter high and sometimes it's 6 meters high.
They're a messy mix of hard-as-concrete lumps of ice all piled on top of each other.
Skis are coming off. We're crossing something big.
For Guy, who lost his leg in a rocket-propelled grenade attack in Afghanistan, it's hard negotiating the rough stuff.
It's difficult terrain, you know, getting the pulk over some of the big bits is hard work. I'd say we've just got to deal with it.
For Martin and Jaco, with missing or damaged arms, getting over the ice boulders is equally challenging. Steve needs to be extra careful with his fragile back. Having Harry along is a great help.
Everyone's helping everybody. It's the only way to do it.
The team have no choice but to scramble over the pressure ridges, hauling their heavy pulks all the way.
Is that the good leg or the bad leg?
It's now the bad leg.
You can easily get your foot trapped and the post can just run over and break your leg, snap it.
Wait, let me just get
Going over the rubble is difficult. You know, it's because of the sheer weight, you've got to really drive into it. And then you risk falling over front first.
If you're looking back through there, it's just mental. But then this way looks flat. They've probably done about 2 and a bit miles, maybe.
The team keep going, slowly heading north.
It's opened my eyes to a whole new world. I presume after a few days your body just kicks in and you get into rhythm, but at the moment you can't get into rhythm because of this stuff, but it's like this the whole way.
Pitching camp at 7:30, the first day has been tough, especially for Martin.
I had quite a few falls today, which was humorous at times. After about the 6th or 7th one, it starts becoming less funny.
They've covered 6.5 miles, but should have done 10. It's not a great start. But for Steve, whose back was broken in a bomb blast in Afghanistan, the end of the day is very welcome.
I'm glad we stopped and we did, so my back was starting to get sore towards the end. But fingers crossed it's okay tomorrow. And yeah, should be right. Should be right, hopefully.
There was anybody here who didn't admit that today caught them slightly off guard, they'd be lying. But it was good. You know, day 1 of exercise. It takes time getting into things. And my legs now. Oh! I think the most important thing is morale.
Yeah.
And today, a few of the guys, I think, got a bit down because they're a bit. This is quite full on. We're going to have to do it for 3 weeks. But I think full respect to these guys and full respect to anybody who does this.
The morning routine is getting established. But working with just one hand is slow, especially in a thick mitten. Last to be packed away are the tents, the team's only shelter on the ice.
I got some sweet tunes playing in my ear, so excuse me if I start bopping.
The team must improve on yesterday's performance if they hope to reach the pole.
Day 2. I think we did 10 kilometers yesterday. Today we need to do at least 15. Not very likely, but it's all about trying to get into the rhythm. Wish my brother was here actually. I really wish he was here. I quite enjoy this. As in just a couple of days. I feel like a little bit of cheating, but Wally would love this. Happy stag weekend. We're walking to the North Pole. Some people find it very strange that people always want to go back to Afghanistan. I understand it now. The hardest thing for these guys is being told that they can't work anymore. The hardest thing for Martin is the fact that he can't go into battle anymore. Be with his mates, do what he loves, you know?
The team have started day 2 well. But up here, nothing's guaranteed.
The ice rubble here is relatively challenging.
The precariously thin ice is giving way under Inga's skis.
It's quite fresh and probably formed yesterday, and it still hasn't frozen up properly.
They can't risk crossing it.
That's the wrong way!
The team have no choice but to head into another maze of boulders and pressure ridges.
Crossing a massive ice rubble, and it's quite hard work. We're just all helping each other because it's impossible to do it on your own.
This is the toughest test yet for the wounded soldiers.
Right on the ribs.
Over the next 2 hours, they cover less than a mile. Struggling to the end of the rubble field, only to face worse as they emerge onto more dangerously thin ice. This time, there's no option but to cross. The ice can just take the weight of one man and his 100-kilo pulk. But with each crossing, it's getting weaker. Steve sets off. For Martin, once again, balancing with one arm is tricky. He nearly ends up in the freezing Arctic Sea. Harry's the last man across. There's 2.5 miles of sea beneath him. The weakened ice just holds.
Steve and I nearly just went straight to the ice. Would have seen a bit more of the ocean than what we originally hoped for.
The team push on.
The point of this is to raise awareness. That's how I feel for these guys. They've been through hell and they've come out the other side. They're doing it for all those other servicemen and women. They're still coming back, injured. Yes, the support's getting better. It still needs to be so much better.
As they pitch camp, it's Harry's last night with the team.
Today has just been fantastic. I couldn't have asked for better as a sort of a final day. Part of me wants to say that I really want to stay, but I've got military commitments back home. It's not ideal. Small wedding to help out with, and also on top of that, without sounding like an idiot, I don't want to steal the limelight off these guys. Do you know what I mean? I feel as though I've done my bit. I've been here, supported them, and I had a great laugh with them. But now it's up to them.
It's Harry's final morning. The chopper's due to pick him up in the next hour. In the meantime, Guy and Martin have discovered a problem.
I woke up this morning to a crack running through the middle of the tent. Not good.
It massively brings it home that you are sitting on top of an ocean, so again, that you're not coming back.
Strong ocean currents and powerful winds keep the ice in constant motion. It's this movement that creates pressure ridges and also rips the ice apart, forming open water leads. But it's not just the polar ice that's affected.
We got a text message on the satellite phone that the runway at Borneo had cracked. You can't land the plane on a cracked runway.
Harry will have another day with the team.
So I'm going to march with these boys today and then get picked up tonight. A few people have got blisters on their feet. Wind's on our back. The only thing we didn't think of was turning our jackets into kites, otherwise we'd be cruising.
It is enjoyable. You look around and it's absolutely gorgeous. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. It's pristine, it's clean. But, you know, it is hard going. My back started hurting about 2 hours ago, so I've taken some painkillers. And, you know, I wanted a challenge, and I've got one.
The relentless cold is affecting everyone.
Just hold it lightly. Yeah, the blood circulation is back on this one. Yeah, put your hat on.
Cool.
And your hood in the beginning until you get really warm, and then you can take it off again.
Frost nip on my ears. Well, I think it was going that way. And I was happily here chatting to Jaco, talking about his arm, or lack of, having a bit of a banter with him, and then he comes running over going, your ears, your ears! Apparently they went white quite quickly, but they're back, they're fine now. I have to do what I'm told, put my hood up. Cool. We continue.
They ski on to the end of the day. It's 7 p.m. The runway's fixed. The helicopter's on its way. For Harry, it's time to go back to his military duties.
I'm going to sit down because my feet hurt. Without doubt, the best day. Blue sky, walking into the sun for the majority of the day. Wind behind our backs. I mean, look at this place. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. There's no place on earth like this. I feel like in a snow globe, waiting for someone to shake it, hoping that nobody will. I would absolutely love to stay, I really would. I'm going to miss these guys a lot.
After being part of the team for the past 10 days, there are fond farewells.
He's a cracking lad. He brought a lot to the team, and he was just nice to have him out there for the time we had him for.
Good meeting, mate. Good meeting. Yeah, Flash, no fault. Definitely. And I'm on it back, and I'm putting on my jacket.
Awesome, yeah. He just gives the last word of encouragement. He's a really nice bloke.
Save yourself an Oslo. Hopefully when you get to the North Pole, you might grow a bit.
H.
Surreal, he's third in line to the throne. But out here, he should bring completely another one of us, you know, another mate.
Cheers, guys.
I'll miss him. Yeah, he's a good lad.
Harry won't see the guys again until they get back to the UK.
Yeah, I suppose when we first were interviewed and started looking into doing this,
I don't think I ever thought we'd ever get this far so easily, and just count myself lucky to be a part of it.
It's been a wonderful experience, absolutely great.
For myself, it's been a 20-month period in my life, at times quite a dark period, and it's a good way of putting it all behind me.
For me, it's been about demonstrating that if you're willing to adapt and you're able to adapt post-injury, you know, you can go on and do some great stuff.
From here, 299 meters.
If anyone were ever to say to me, was it easy? The answer is definitely no, it wasn't.
I think what these 4 soldiers have achieved is amazing. Their determination, sometimes their bloody determination in getting here, is incredible. And frankly, something I think will remain with us the rest of our lives.
$23 meters. We're here. Congratulations, guys.
Job done, Parks.
Job done.
Right, well done.
Well done.
For me.
Good man. Well done, you.
Can't say, really.
Top of the world. Top of the world, mate.
2 years, and we made it. Amazing. Well, we haven't made it. These guys have made it. That's amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a great trip.
Thank you very much, mate. Doc.
Steve boy!
Pleasure as always, mate. Lovely kiss. Give me one of those. Oh. Boys. Hey.
Incredible. What an amazing bunch of guys. What an amazing achievement. Incredible. Can't say anymore.
Come on! Faster! Send, run, straight on, go, 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 go! Fantastic moment. We've done it well, we've done it fast. And their injuries are exactly how they were when we left. So it's a huge, huge success, and I'm just as pleased as punch.
Awesome. Can't believe it, can't believe it.
I claim this bit of sea for Wales.
You know, hard all slog. I'm just glad we're here. Glad they're all here, yeah. As a team. Awesome.
I always thought we'd make it, but just wasn't sure of the time or what state we'd be in when we got here. It's a good place to be right now, it really is.
It's been hard, it's been emotional, it's been fun, absolutely everything in it. I'm actually quite a bit shaky, so it's time for celebrations. Time to be happy.
Well, we've done it.
Someone said to me directly, you won't do it. And to those, I'll simply say that I'm disabled. I'm standing on the geographic North Pole. I've walked hundreds of kilometres unsupported to get here with this team. Very special moment, mate. I'm going to miss this. And now I think I'm going to go somewhere hot.
With a beach.
What they've done is absolutely fantastic. They should have probably tried to make it look a little bit harder, I think, because to do this trip in 13 days or something, 4 days early, it's incredible. It really, really is incredible.
5 days later, and the Walking with the Wounded team are finally home in the UK. They've all been to the edge of life and have returned, rebuilt and rehabilitated.
Hugely proud of them. I was gutted to have missed them. And not to be able to sort of stay with them, though I was exhausted at times. I feel as I missed out on a trip.
They have gone from the heat of Afghanistan to the freezing Arctic.
Everyone keeps throwing that word sort of inspirational around, but I think at the end of the day, you know, what they've done is truly, truly, truly inspirational. And now, hopefully, you know, it'll show other people what you can do, despite, you know, missing an arm, missing a leg.
They've not only conquered the North Pole, they've conquered their life-threatening injuries. They've proved to themselves and to everyone else that no matter what life throws at you, hope, ambition, and determination can help to overcome.
So yeah, I think everyone should be very, very proud of them, and they should be proud of themselves.
How one of Britain's first egg donors is haunted by the secret she should never have known. The Children I've Never Met follows the news and Reporting Scotland at 10:35.